met the Reaper. Told me I'm alright. We had grim adventures, but I always end up fine. And I just met the Reaper. Told me I'm alright.
All right, so we're sitting here with Manwolves from Chicago. How's it going, guys?
Yo.
Good.
You're.
Would y'all like to quickly introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hell yeah. We're here with Ari Garfin, plays keys. We got Henry Wolf over here, plays bass. I'm Julian Freeman. I play drums. And we represent one half of the band right now in the household, currently because of quarantine. And now an ambassador from the other household.
Second crib, we got myself. I'm Eli. I play guitar.
And I'm Jamie. I fucking scream in the mic.
Eli,
You're
this big shirt.
thanks, bro.
Cool. All right, so when was y'all's last show? Were you playing any shows like when everything was starting to get canceled?
Nah, Nace. We were planning on going on some tours, but those got shut down.
Yeah, we've
and
been
bumped back.
kind of on album mode for like the last couple of months.
Was the last
and
show
because of that.
we played?
Probably Goose Island.
Goose Island? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we go to
New York.
New York?
Yeah, no, we did. Yeah, that's right. We played a couple of shows on the East Coast back in November-ish. We had like a show that we headlined in Brooklyn. We also played at is it Maine College or Maine University? Bates College. Bates College in Maine. We played at a show there.
And I think that was our last show. So
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So how have y'all been keeping yourselves like occupied while you have to be at home?
Whole bunch of different shit.
Gaming. Nasty.
Video games,
Smoking so much dope.
smoking so much, and working on music and trying to record in the crib. Thankfully, like where our rehearsal space is, they still have it open, but like no one's working there. So you can go in if you have a fob. So we were able to go and record some drums and stuff, and then just bring it back to our apartment, and then like send it in between the households when we added other stuff at home. Shit like that, producing stuff like that.
Yeah. That's not where y'all like record the tracks, though, right? It's just usually where you practice.
Well, the music that is going to be coming out soon was all recorded originally in our rehearsal space. It was a little box over at Fort Knox Studios.
Cool.
In Chicago. Yeah.
So what have y'all been up to since a safety meeting?
We've been recording. And yeah.
Yeah. Since safety meeting, we started touring for the first time. You know, before that, we had never really played that many shows outside of Chicago. And so since then, we've been on 2 or 3 tours and then working on this new record, which is like completely done right now. We're just finalizing some things, but you know, the music's all there.
Yeah.
We're super excited.
About getting it out. Yeah.
Is it still being mixed at all?
No, it's just some features. Some
Yeah.
features are getting mixed, but
Some features are being mixed.
yeah, but other than that, we're all good.
Well, did the what were your takeaways from a safety meeting? Like did that release at all affect your approach to this next record?
Definitely.
I think we're definitely trying to market this one better than we did the last one. You know, just have like a more kind of cohesive plan of like what to do in the events leading up to it and what we do like right after. For one, last time around, we only got one music video really made like for the release of the album, but we're working on doing like a whole bunch more. We have one in the works right now though, which is looking so good. Like it's honestly my favorite video that we've ever done. It just looks so just legit, you know?
And we literally like weeks, if not like the week before all of this Corona shit went down, we were finishing up the video, and then we had like finishing touches to put on the video to film. And now, you know, because of Corona, we have to wait. But it was this time when we were shooting the music video and stuff, like for we're the first one that we were shooting for this project. It was one of the first times that we actually got to have like a whole crew and like be in a whole set sort of, which was super cool. And there's actors and stuff in it and other stuff like that, which is super cool.
So are y'all not in the music video this time?
You'll see us.
We'll be in that bitch.
There's a cameo.
Are y'all working with Strip Mall Productions on this one?
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
Yeah.
Those boys made it too big.
No, they're just they've been living out in LA. So they moved from Chicago. So we've just seen them a little less just because of that, really. But they've been doing a bunch of stuff out there and just
Really cool stuff.
Yeah, they're going crazy. We just haven't had a chance to really do it yet. But when the time comes, maybe next time we're in LA or something like that, or next time they're here or whatever, we're definitely gonna try to figure one out in the future.
Yeah. What when y'all are working on music videos, do y'all come up with the ideas and kind of pitch it to the people who are gonna make it, or do you just kind of give them the song and let them like kind of come up with something?
It depends.
Yeah, I mean, like for majority of them, it has been like we came up with an idea, it came to them. But this one was more of a like we got pitched an idea and then kind of collaborated on like what it would become. But it's really like nothing set in stone. It's not like we're not gonna do a video unless we fucking you know what I'm saying. But like, yeah, this time around, it was more of just like we got an idea coming in and just discussed it. Pretty good, solid.
Built the foundation.
Very
built
solid.
The bricks up.
So something I want to talk about is like at your shows, it kind of seems something I think is really interesting. It seems like almost every song could be like a fan favorite. And I was wondering if that's something that y'all kind of have noticed, or if that's just like me being crazy. But it just seems, is there like certain songs that get the crowd amped? It just seems like there's like pretty like even support for every song across the board.
Some songs definitely like are more popular than others, but there is someone out there that is going to listen to every single one of the songs, you know what I mean? And like we still have friends and stuff who like always will want to hear forever like that one song that like we don't even play in shows anymore. It might not be built online, you know what I mean? Like, so there's always someone, but you're not crazy for thinking that. No. I feel you.
One thing that I think is kind of cool is like some of our less rowdy songs in energy end up becoming very rowdy at crowds. Like this one time we played These Days at this show that we played in Colorado at Colorado College, and there was like these sloping downward stairs, right? Like in the basement of this church where we were playing. And as soon as we played These Days, which was so weird,
Shout out to
everyone started losing their shit and was just pushing each other down the stairs, and it just got very rowdy, and it seemed out of place. But it's like, if folks are gonna get crazy to a slow ballad, then like let them do it, you know.
Folks have like crowd surfed and moshed to you before it shows, which is really crazy. Like we never understand that one, but you know it's funny to see.
Yeah. Well, so Jamie, I know you talk about you spend a lot of time on lyrics, and you're like really proud of like all the work that you put into that. Is there a line that you're most proud of, like most clever line you can think of?
Oh, my most clever line? Oh, that's a good question. My most clever one. I mean, a lot of people love the line in These Days where it's like, girl, you're like a cigarette killing me slowly, but right now you know that I'm loving it. And I was like, yeah, that's decent. I never thought it was like stupendous. I never thought it was like the greatest line out there. I feel like I've got better ones.
You're just gonna have to watch out for this new project.
For real, this new yo Shkleepy across the board is
Sleepy, yeah.
that shit is home runs all the way through, bro. Grand slam.
Sleepy is a funny ass song because like originally like that song like I made the lyrics for. It was like one day after a party I came home and I wrote it based off of I was just like not I was like teed and like not happy, and I was just like coming back from this fucking party and just I don't know, fucking whatever. I'm trying to think of like the lyrics of Sleepy. I don't know. A lot of the new tape though has like some of my like proudest writing moments. I think the most clever I was ever on a song that we have out, like most like actually genuinely like clever, was probably Fear and Loathing. All of it is fucking like just references, damn near. Like all of it is references, and like I have a Lawrence of Arabia reference in there. Like, I don't know, man. Like I think that's a good ass question, but I think out of the music that we have out right now, I would say Fear and Loathing as a whole. I couldn't think of like a specific lyric right now, but as a whole, that's my most clever fucking job.
I've never seen that movie. I think I started trying to watch it, and then it was like
Dude,
a little too
It's worth
wild.
a watch.
it's like five.
trippy movie.
It's like what?
Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing or
Go
Lawrence
watch
of Arabia?
Fear and Loathing.
I was about to say, dude,
Watch
Lawrence of
both.
Arabia is like 6 hours long. Like, I don't fucking blame you for not watching that movie. Like, but yeah, no. There's two Fear and Loathings. There's one with Bill Murray and one with
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Or I think the one with Bill Murray is Where the Buffalo Roam.
Huh.
I don't know, but yeah, no, it's good. It both of them are good movies. Definitely Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is like the movie that everyone was just like, whoa.
Trippy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Does anybody else give input on lyrics or like what the song should be about?
Most of the time, lyrics, I would say about like 99% is me. Like most of it,
99.997.
it's like really like people will say if they're like, yo, maybe you say this in a different way. Or be like, hey, like rewrite it. You know what I mean? It's never like, oh, I have lyrics, sing these. It's always just like if someone's not digging something, they're like, oh, maybe you could come up with something cooler or something. And then I gotta sit down and be like, okay, well, why isn't it cool? And then like rewrite around it, shit like that. And I mean, sometimes that's me. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, yo, this is not cool. Because there's been a couple of songs where I've been like, yo, this does not sound good, and the boys have been like, no, it does. I'm like, no, it doesn't. and then rewriting it a couple of times. But yeah, like I would say like 99% of it's me, and then the other 1% is really just like feedback or being like, yo, don't say the word and. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, sure. It's like, yeah, for sure.
Something I recently like started realizing like so many of my favorite artists are from Chicago, and so something I've noticed about Chicago, at least from the outside, I've never been, but it seems like really there's like a lot of collaboration, even outside of music. Like I saw it a while back, like Goose Island made a beer with Twin Peaks, stuff like that. So is there do you guys ever think you'll ever work with like Chicago companies like that in any capacity, or have you done
I'd
it?
love to.
Yeah, I mean, if this Corona shit wasn't happening, we probably would have already tried to do something with Goose Island. We're super friendly with some of the dudes over there, and they were the ones who got us that show over at Goose Island, obviously. But that was like super fun and such a good experience, and they're such nice people over there. And that Twin Peaks beer is really good.
Cool.
What is it called? Villain?
Natural Yeah, it's called Natural Villain. Yep.
Is that one of their songs? I don't know.
Yeah, like a song or a project, something like that.
Cool. So I think something that's really interesting about y'all's music is like it's come to be like really associated with Cam Collins' art, and it's like something about music in general that I think is really cool is like the visuals that go along with it, and how much you associate that with actual music. So I was just gonna ask, is Cam doing the art for the next record?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exciting.
He's doing some more stuff for us too, as far as the project goes and what comes out with the project too. So we're super excited. He's done a lot for us this time around.
Cool.
We got some ridiculous shit in the works. Some really cool shit. Cam's a legend.
Yeah, he is.
He's really like a legend. Some of the shit that he's worked on with us recently, like, we're itching to get out because it's just so fucking cool.
Has the virus affected the timeline for any of the stuff that you're gonna put out?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think so. Like some of the stuff that we were talking about earlier, you know, like with the music video and just getting things done for the final release has been postponed. So we're trying to like come up with ways that we can adapt to the current circumstances that we're in. But there are some things like getting that video made that are just to be determined.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily going to stop us by any means from releasing music.
Yeah.
And we have so much shit in the works that we've been working on. Like, we're going to release some stuff soon and going to, like, go as hard as we possibly can. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
Yeah.
So y'all had that sample in Sauce of like Gucci Mane talking, and the only other sample I had noticed was the one from Mr. Sandman and 838. I was wondering, is that song not on streaming because like you couldn't get the sample cleared?
We just didn't really try.
And like
yeah.
we've talked about like honestly re-recording that song, just because when we recorded that first version we were so young. But that's one of the reasons why we never put it on Spotify, was just because we never wanted to go get the sample cleared, and we were just kind of okay with it just being on SoundCloud. You know what I mean?
We were like 16 years old.
Yeah.
When we recorded that, and it did like it that song was like big for us in the beginning. Like it helped us a lot to grow on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think we all like putting something that old out now doesn't seem like it makes the most sense, just because we're trying to show people like who we are now. And that's changing so quick.
It is, but what was cool about 838 was it was one of those songs where we would play it over and over again, and like from playing at shows more, or rehearsing them more, or whatever, or just fucking around with it. Like, I feel like we'd all find more shit to play better with it over time. You know what I mean? And like find better parts for certain stuff, and like find cooler parts for certain stuff, and then like at more shows, like change it even more, because you're like, well, I've been playing this shit for so fucking long, like I might as well just keep making it different. You know what I mean? Or like keep finding new stuff that like pleases what I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Do y'all ever play that one live anymore?
Yeah. Sometimes. Absolutely, it's so fun.
When Shki wants to shred.
Yeah, we just it's one of those songs where like we know it by heart now, where we can just go crazy. It goes.
Let me at him, bro.
That in the utmost compliment.
Something else said in the interview in like 2018 was that I think it was before the release of Safety Meeting, but you said like with our old music that was Charmander, and now we're like Charmeleon. Do you think you've reached the Charizard level yet?
We're close.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would say
it could get there. We're close.
I think we're Charizard, but we could be
trying to get
Mega Charizard later. You know, like when you know how Pokemon threw the whole bullshit of like, hey, guess what? There's Z evolutions now. I don't know. Maybe you're not a fucking virgin like me, like Pokemon like that. But like, I think maybe we're at Charizard, and then the next thing would be the Mega Charizard, and then
trying to be on our Mewtwo status, you know.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got a recording of that too. That's so good. Put that somewhere.
It's cutting so well right now.
It's so good. Editing was so perfect. Right before I cut, Jamie, you just had the perfect face. You just looked at Steve like, huh? So good.
Are y'all inspired by like other art that isn't music, like movies or anything?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Anything that comes to mind in terms of like, I don't know, stuff we would know about?
We've been watching a lot of The Wire recently in our apartment.
Yeah, we're about to finish The Wire.
That's been inspired in weird ways.
That shit's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, it's super fucking crazy. The Wire is phenomenal. At first, I used to hate on people who were like, "Oh, The Wire is one of the best." Blah 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 blah. It's such a great TV show. Like, all right, shut the fuck up. Then you watch The Wire, and you're like, "The Wire is one of the greatest fucking shows out there." Super influential. Yeah, I would say like my top 5 influences that are not like music directly right now. Or I could do top 3, I guess. My top 3 fucking shits would be Kojima, that dude, Persona 5,
Boom.
and Ooh Wee, and this fucking thing called I read a lot of manga, like comics, you know, shit like that, and it's this one called Jujutsu Kaisen. That's probably my top 3 as of like right now. But like a lot of shit, like
You said top 5.
no, I switched it to top 3. I switched it to top 3 because I can't do 5 off rip right now. Yeah, I can't do 5 off rip right now. Also, I mean, I guess I could. The fucking like
Get into it.
I could get deep into it, but I'm not gonna get that deep into it. I would say like, I mean, a lot of shit, especially for me, for like writing like music, like with like words and shit like that, I need to at least draw inspiration from like a bunch of different shit. Like my life, I'm a very imaginative person, you know what I mean? So there's a bunch of songs where like the idea is just based off of just something totally oddball. Like fucking a couple of songs were based off of just like historical figures and their stories, you know what I mean? And then other things were
Sly Cooper.
like, yeah, like a couple video games, you know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of shit. And then like our most recent thing is I was writing to this idea that the rest of the boys came up with and sent it over to me and was like, oh, if you have any ideas, like come up with shit. And I was like struggling to figure out anything. And then I was just having a drink of coffee and that changed the whole fucking thing. It was just literally like coffee, you know what I mean? So it's like, there's a lot of shit, you know, fucking that can influence, especially just me for like writing shit, like different medias and shit like that, you know.
So at the beginning of Internet Child, there's like a lot of screaming and yelling. Is there I was wondering like what's the story behind that, and also like do you ever capture stuff in the recordings that was kind of accidental that you throw in later?
So that's actually a perfect story about it. So Internet Child, like it was, you know, I do a lot of screaming in general in my daily life.
Coach is loud.
Damn.
3 a.m. talking about fuck, I died.
Yeah, you know, I'm just we'll just say, you know what I mean? Like I'm that type of person. But like I scream a lot, and like that's what I do a lot when we like perform live. It's just like I start screaming because I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to have some fun, fuck whatever. And it was like we were having the feature Ruby Laporta on it, and I was trying to get her to scream kind of like how I was doing it, because the way she was screaming, it was like blood curdling like screams in the studio. We're like, whoa, that's intense. Not exactly what we mean, but that's super fucking intense. And at this one part, especially like at this one part for it, I was only going to do some references. I did like 2 takes of references of like reference screams, and they ended up being really good, so we kept them in.
Mm-hmm.
And the beginning screams are just like, that's just me, man. I don't even know. That I just heard it. Like I was just like, this needs to be here. And it needs to be in. But yeah, that fucking like, it's like after the second chorus, there's like this really big hyped up thing where it's like we're yelling, and like my screaming part wasn't originally going to be in there. And it was just like I recorded it. and we're like, fuck, we might as well we need to keep this in at this point. So fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
Looking back, like the screaming at the beginning, like definitely does like foreshadow kind of like the climax of that song.
It
That like
does.
takes like a while to get to, you know.
It does.
Yeah. I love the second half of that song. It's like it's one of the longer ones, but like just like the how it picks up towards the end is really cool. So what was I gonna ask? Oh, what's the most fun song for y'all to play live?
Stuff that hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
Stuff
Or
that's-
Internet Child, honestly.
Or Internet Child is one of the most fun ones, absolutely.
When we get into it at the very end and just like really like, yeah, probably out of the shit that we have released, my favorite's probably Internet Child for sure.
We go harder on Internet Child live. We added some little shit at the end.
Squeepy is fun too.
Yeah.
Squeepy goes cool.
That one gets moving.
Yeah.
Out of shit that's released, yeah, that's probably two.
Cool. So have y'all had the chance to play some of the newer stuff live at like shows like last year?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
thankfully.
And it's been super great up
Yeah.
until this. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been awesome all the
Fucking
times.
Loved it. Which has been a blessing.
We played like two, I guess this was over the summer, but we like went and played 2 nights on this farm in Wisconsin, and we did just like back-to-back nights, like we just played like the new project, like start to finish, like, and that was like amazing, you know, like getting to play all these songs, you know, multiple times in a row in front of like an audience who definitely had no idea who we were, you know, which it made it better.
Jamie, you, if this is getting old, you don't have to talk about it. But did you find you got any new fans from the banana bread thing?
Wait, so what?
Did you find that y'all got any like traction because of the banana bread thing?
Yeah, see, you know, we did. We got like direct correlation of like, cause fucking when it, yeah.
Tag off that video.
Yeah, I did make some money off that video. I also got a friend of mine, like, pretty much just told this banana bread company that he was me, and he got like free banana bread for like a year, just shipped to his house. Jose has. Yeah,
Oh my god, he's bold as hell.
He didn't deserve it.
Because I saw like a bunch of y'all's fans in the comments like, go check out this band, and I was like, yes, please, like, please.
Yeah,
So sick.
so I just like when it went like viral, when it went stupid viral on like Facebook, I just kept on like talking about my band on like this fucking meme page that I ran, and like people were like, oh shit, okay, checked it out. Other people just found it out and somehow found my fucking like social medias and would be like, yo, is this you? And I'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, oh, like, how funny is this? I'm like, not really, check out my band. And then when it went stupid viral on like Twitter, I was at the point where I was just ignoring it. And like people would tweet at me and they would be like, are you the banana bread dude? I would just ignore them. They would be, I still remember I got this DM from this dude who was pissed. He was like pissed. And he was like, yo, you're going viral, man. And you just don't seem to care. Like, what's up with you? I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't know, dude. And all I would do was like, just like, I shared a whole shit ton of like Manwolves shit, like constantly. It was like, yo, Manwolves, like nonstop. Cause hella people were like following me and shit. And like, yeah.
Mhm.
Was able to get a bunch of people who were like, yeah, I came here because of the banana bread guy and the music's actually good. It's like, okay, there's something worth a damn out of this.
Yeah, I was hoping that like people would take that away from it, if anything. So also, Jerry, you just released that song on the
Like a
Young
beat.
Stang thing on SoundCloud. I don't know if you want to talk about that at all.
Yeah, sure. It was just, we've all been working on like our own music, just like to keep working, you know what I mean? And so what just happened was like I made a song, sent it to people, sent it to the rest of the band. I was like, oh, what'd you think? Like, I made the beat myself, fucking did the lyrics. Like, we've all been like making our own music forever because we're all musicians. Like, we all want to make our own music, you know what I mean? And so like I just made the song and fucking like people were like, yo, this is really good. Like, you should release it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I will. And fucking I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna hit up Cam, get some artwork for it. He did a sick ass job at it. And so like I fucked up the release. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was supposed to be out on all like everything, and then I just fucked it up, and so now it's not gonna be out on like Spotify and Apple Music for a little bit, but it's on SoundCloud right now, which a lot of people aren't on SoundCloud, so I'm kind of blown, but it's okay. Like people are like giving me a lot of support, like loving it, and it's like a nice song. Like I'm really proud of it. So
That shit is fire. That shit is heat.
Agreed.
yeah, my boy.
So I guess what's been your favorite city to play in? Like, where do you find you get the most support?
The coast.
New York has been super fun.
For real. New York.
We've been there 3 times, and every time it's been amazing. California too, like
Yeah.
all
San
down-
Francisco, LA.
San Diego, like
Yeah.
Texas too. Austin and Houston have been really good to us, and Dallas. Austin especially. You know, we've gone
Colorado
crazy.
Springs is pretty nice to us.
Colorado Springs.
Colorado, New Orleans showed us love.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite city to perform in right now is New York, definitely, out of like all of them.
I mean,
It's just like
New York's my favorite city to be in besides Chicago.
because
feel
of
like-
Corona, I want to play in Chicago so bad, but like I just want to play a show. You know what I mean? But like New York, definitely.
Yeah.
New York, honestly, like when you're just walking around Manhattan high as fuck, just right after playing a show, and you're just like in Soho, like, oh, I could buy some shit. You feel raw as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. You feel just like raw as fuck. Like, I could just go to the Louis store right now. Like, I could. and then you're just like walking around, and it's just like I'm walking here. Like, I fuck with New York. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a lot of fun to be there. Chicago's a great city. It's just very Midwestern, you know. It's like it feels like the biggest Midwestern city, you know what I'm saying? Which is not really heat to it, you know what I mean? But it's just how it feels. So it's like a different fucking monster.
Some shade in that.
No, I'm not, no shade like at all. It's just like that's kind of how it feels. Like New York feels like crazy. Shade that I'll throw. LA. I don't like LA. Don't like LA. To be honest.
Fair enough.
I've been there once, and just like the traffic alone was like too much.
Oh my
That's
God.
That's the biggest thing.
The traffic is
Probably somebody's gonna fry the fuck out of me if they see this. And they're like, "You don't like LA?" It's like, shit. Maybe my opinion will change, and I'll look back at me and I'll be like, "Wow, he was such an asshole."
Yo, New York traffic though is nothing to fuck with either.
That's true.
It would be crazy out there.
Eli is our designated New York driver. He handles them MFs like motherfucking.
Screaming out the window.
Yes. I'm driving here. Type shit.
It's almost like there's like no lanes either. Like taxis will just like pull in between.
Oh, they don't give a fuck. That's the thing. Like being in New York, you just have to like match the aggressiveness. That's how you thrive.
Fire beating fire type shit.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's the New York way, bro.
We're about to get fried so hard for this. It's okay though.
We're absolutely going to. Yeah.
It's okay.
I started it. My bad.
No.
We're all-
We one time had an Airbnb in the middle of Brooklyn, and we stayed out really late outside, drinking and blowing woods and blasting Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, that shit was fun as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Just being in New York, being like an ignorant ass tourist, just like, bye, bitch. Yeah, I had fun. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna look dumb as fuck because of this.
We love you, New York. Thanks for letting us be idiots in your city.
So I just have a couple more questions, but so is there anything else that you can say about the next record? Or are you trying to keep it all under wraps?
It's good.
We have some guests on it.
It's also like kind of different. Not all the songs are very conventional. Like there's some shit where it's just like, oh, that's not like how I expected it to be. And there's some that will be. It's not like the most fucking wild alternative album out there, but it is like we're doing different shit. Like it's the same old boys doing a little different path. That's all I can say.
One thing that's definitely changed about this record from anything in the past is that like we did like record everything ourselves right from the beginning, and that like changed, you know, our sound on this record a lot. You know, it's definitely not lo-fi, but it's like a nod in that direction, which we all like a lot. You know, I think we spent a lot of time in you know, taking music that we wrote, you know, straight to kind of nicer studios, and we get like this studio sound from it, which I think some people like, but we want, you know, something a little bit more authentic, I think. And this record's definitely close to that.
For real. We've been trying for a long time to, in our recordings, get them to sound and feel like we're playing it, you know what I mean? And sound like you're there with us. And some of the songs on this new record, you're going to be able to sit there and close your eyes and blast that shit, and you're going to feel like you're in the room with us, for real.
Cool. So I mean, aside from the record, is there and like the music videos, is there anything people can be looking out for, and what's the best way for people to show support right now?
We're planning
Best way to
sorry, what were you say, Jamie?
No, go ahead.
No, what were you say?
I think the best way to show support it for us is just like we're probably going to keep everything like up to date on our like social medias, and we're probably going to like do maybe some live streams here and there and show all of the bullshit that we've got going down in our lives, and
maybe some video game live streams at some point, you know what I mean? Maybe some streams. We're gonna maybe some little secret shows from your couch.
so it's just about like, you know, listen to us, talk to us, fucking we're going to be online all the time. Just
Don't stop listening to music too. You
Yeah.
know, hit up Spotify, hit up YouTube, wherever you get your tunes from.
donate to my OnlyFans, me and Bobby.
At Manwolves Band, OnlyFans.
Yeah. We'll be, you know, checks coming in, you know what I'm saying?
Well, thank y'all for doing this. You know, if you're ever next time you're in Austin, you know, next time you're in Austin, or you got anything coming out and you want to talk again, hit me up. I'm always down.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us and having the interview with us,
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck yes.
especially in this wild ass time. Hope you're staying safe and healthy and shit.
I mean, you too.
I just met the reaper.